So continuing with our programming on functions, let us take the second example. So functions in C. Let us consider the second example. What I want to do is to now show that if we pass some parameter to a function, it will be able to process that information. So let's start with hash include stdio.h int main, and let's say what I want to do is to, let's say, send two numbers x and y, have two numbers x and y, and I will ask the user to enter the values of two integer numbers and then scanf %d, comma $x, comma $y. And now what I want to do is to call a function and pass these values of x and y to the function, and the function will simply do the addition and print the result. So let me call a function named func_sum, and we will pass the values of x and y to this function, and that's it. So the function will do the summation, and it will not send the result back to the calling function, but it will print the result in the function itself. So void func_sum, and I have int, let's say p, and int q. So these are the local variables of the function func_sum, and what we can do is we can write int sum, and then sum is equal to p plus q, and then printf the sum of %d and %d is %d. The sum of p and q is sum. And last is, all I have to do is to copy this and paste it here, which is the function prototype. This is the prototype. Here the function call is taking place, and this is the function that has been called. So this is the function that has been called function. Okay, let us now run the program and see whether there are any errors or not. And if there are no errors, then we should be able to enter the values of p and q, x and y, and then the computation will take part in this function. Okay, so enter the values of two integer numbers. Let the numbers be 5 and 3, and this is the display that is done by, this display is done by the function func_sum. So the sum of 5 and 3 is 8. Now observe that this function is not returning any value to the calling function. To the main function it is not returning any value, and therefore this return type is void. In the example 1 we had considered that there are no parameters that are passed on from the main function to the calling function.